Ghana is grappling with a deepening environmental crisis caused by illegal mining, commonly referred to as Galamsey. As the consequences of these activities worsen, public dissatisfaction with the government's response has grown. Criticism is mounting against President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, whose approach to tackling Galamsey is increasingly being called into question. Former presidential staffer Joyce Bawah Mogtari has sharply criticized Akufo-Addo's handling of the Galamsey situation, describing his efforts as ridiculous and disingenuous. She argues that the president's approach lacks sincerity and has failed to address the root causes of illegal mining. Bawah Mogtari's concerns echo those of many Ghanaians who feel the government has not taken adequate steps to resolve the environmental and social damage caused by Galamsey. Further adding to the criticism, the Ghana National Association of Small-Scale Miners, GNASSM, has accused the government of hypocrisy. They claim that while the president publicly condemns illegal mining, some officials within the government are quietly involved in it. According to them, the fight against Galamsey is more performative than substantive. The GNASSN emphasized that the lack of consistent enforcement of regulations has allowed illegal mining activities to thrive, despite government rhetoric about curbing them. Galamsey has had devastating effects on Ghana's environment. The country's rivers, forests, and farmlands are being destroyed at an alarming rate. Water bodies, which serve as a lifeline for many communities, are becoming contaminated with chemicals such as mercury and cyanide. These hazardous substances not only pose serious health risks, but also affect agricultural productivity and biodiversity. Despite the government's promises to clamp down on illegal mining, these activities persist. Some small-scale miners have expressed frustration, claiming the government's strategies are not only ineffective, but also selective. They argue that while some mining operations face harsh penalties, others, especially those with connections to influential individuals, continue with impunity. In response to the ongoing crisis, the Ghana Chamber of Mines, GCM, has called for a stricter enforcement of mining regulations as a way to address the menace. The GCM believes that clear and consistent regulatory oversight, coupled with rigorous penalties for non-compliance, is the only way to prevent the continued degradation of the environment. They also advocate for enhanced education on sustainable mining practices for communities involved in mining activities. According to the GCM, ensuring that the laws governing the mining sector are followed to the letter could help curb illegal mining while protecting legitimate operations. The Chamber insists that the government needs to stop paying lip service to the issue and begin to act decisively if it is to save Ghana's already fragile ecosystem. The illegal mining crisis is far from over, and the pressure is building on the government to adopt a more robust and transparent strategy. While politicians and miners debate the best way forward, the environmental impact continues to grow, endangering water sources, farmlands, and livelihoods across the country. The fight against Galamsey will require more than political promises. It will demand real action, stricter enforcement of laws, and a united effort to protect Ghana's natural resources. As public frustration mounts, the need for a comprehensive, long-term solution becomes increasingly urgent.